Deadpool and Wolverine, a fun comic book popcorn movie that harkens back to the fun days of the early 2000s Marvel movies. This is going to be my review. This is the quintessential MCU movie of 2024, and a lot relies on this movie for Disney and Marvel Studios, as basically all of their Phase 4 has sucked at this point in terms of their Disney Plus TV shows and their feature films, just losing tons of money at the box office and losing viewerships on Disney Plus. This is the movie that they need to win, and it looks like it's doing good. I will give you my score at the end of the video review. Now, this review is going to have spoilers, not going to go into too much plot breakdown details, but this is going to be an overall impression review here. First impression, getting out of the theater, watching the movie, is that it's a lot of fun, a lot of fast-paced stuff, fast-paced action scenes. There are some slower moments, mainly for exposition or character moments with Wolverine and Deadpool. There are moments where this movie is basically Deadpool's hero movie, where he gets to shine and save the world and so forth. He gets to save his friends and everything. He has aspirations to be part of the Avengers. The movie starts off like that, but it doesn't really work out for him to be part of the Avengers. The TVA, which was introduced on Disney Plus shows, which I believe is the Loki TV show on Disney Plus, I did not watch any of the Disney Plus Marvel stuff because it was just all bad and I did not want to waste my time on it. So the TVA is this agency that takes care of like time travelers and like just realities across the universe, takes care of like aka criminals that are messing around with realities and timelines and everything like that. And they capture Deadpool and they give him an offer to basically fix his reality and so forth. But Deadpool wants to use Wolverine to help his friends so that his reality doesn't go to crap. If you think this is convoluted, it gets a little bit more convoluted throughout the story, and there's stuff there that's not super clear. What is clear and what does work is the chemistry and the relationship between the two actors here, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and their characters. The humor is pretty good on point here. It's a very heavy, violent movie, a lot of gore and just a lot of stuff here if you're really into that stuff. Me personally, I love my action movies, action sequences, but not always a ton of gore in them. My taste is more going back to the 90s, 80s action movies where some of those movies did have gore, but it wasn't overdone. It actually had some kind of taste. Now it's just all over the screen here, but I'm not giving it bad points, this movie, for all the display of all the gore happening. It's still fun, and it still works for these two characters and the movie. There's a lot of cameos and spoilers here. We get to see Blade returning here, Wesley Snipes. We see Elektra, Jennifer Garner, I believe. I'm going to forget some of these actors' names. We have Gambit, and we have Chris Evans playing the Human Torch from his Fantastic Four movies. At first, it looks like he's going to be playing Captain America, but it's revealed soon after that he is the Human Torch. And he doesn't last too long in his scenes. He ends up getting killed by this villain, which is the twin sister of Professor X. I'm not a big fan of the choice for villain here, or even the villain that they have in the TVA. What this movie does lack is a really good, strong presence villain. The two villains that are here, I guess, do the job. The main focus of this movie is going to be Wolverine and Deadpool at the end of the day, but I feel like their story could have been much better with a better villain and a better conflict at that, in a less convoluted story. So the negative that I have to say here is going to be on the story. The script needs a little bit more cohesiveness. It needs to be refined a little bit more, and the multiverse thing here is used to some extent. It's even made fun of, and Deadpool says that the multiverse has been done to death, and he is right. The multiverse is a gimmick that is just old and it's just boring at this point. Those are going to be my negative points, but overall the positive is that it's fun. The action is really entertaining. The comedy and the chemistry interaction with these two characters and actors, and a lot of fun cameos from the early 2000s Marvel movies that were probably some of the best Marvel movies ever made. I'm going to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. What brings the score down for me is the convoluted script here and the lack of a really good, strong villain that this movie really should have deserved, especially when you have these two big names playing these two big characters. It warranted a really big villain here in this movie. Instead, we got Professor X's twin sister and this TVA guy here, the guy that runs the agency. Like, come on, man. These two actors, I know a lot of the money in the budget probably went to these two actors' paychecks, but I'm sure they could have probably afforded another bigger name, another bigger role for a villain here, and I think that's where it really would have improved this movie a lot more. But for a good time, for a good popcorn movie, or if you're gonna wait to stream it, it's a lot of fun. Get your popcorn, get your snacks, drinks, your friends all around. It's gonna be a good time. That's gonna do it for this video. If you like this video, hit that like button. Let me know what you think of the movie in the comments. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later.